There are a lot of warrior decks running around in Hearthstone right now, but I believe this is probably the best warrior deck to be playing if you just want quick games and quick ranks. One of the issues that I've had with warrior recently is that if you want to play warrior in top legend, it's not the fact that you have to play the deck well, but you have to be able to play warrior mirrors extremely well to the point where you need to know the deck inside and out. So that's the main reason why I've not been playing decks like 40 control Odyn warrior, because unfortunately for me, going up against other people in top legend, they are much better attrition value gamers than I am, and I am just a stupid combo player. But guess what? This stupid combo player has finally figured out a way to survive in this meta to the point where I am now sitting at rank 340, which is honestly somewhat of a low rank. I just wanted to showcase this in order to give an idea of where I'm progressing, because some of you guys may know I am trying to go for world champions this season. But new Odyn warrior is actually really good right now, and I would argue that this is the best deck to be competitive with right now, because this deck trashes warriors easily. And the only real way that warriors can outvalue this deck is by going all in and just gaining armor as quickly as possible, because this deck is all about drawing cards quickly. It's all about removing every single board that you can, playing Odyn on 8, and then doing a ridiculous Razorfin Rockstar combo. This is the reason why we're not running Ignis anymore, because if you look really closely into the deck, we have absolutely no Forge cards in this entire deck, and the reasoning behind it is that if we do want to include Ignis, we would need Ignis, we would need, you know, some combination of Forge cards, and that's just 3 less cards. And in all honesty, I don't want to cut any more cards from this deck more than I already have, except for 1 card. Slam, I believe, is the worst card in this deck, and if you're looking close enough, there's one little totem that is not in this deck that 100% deserves a spot in here, to the point where there's actually a couple of different warrior lists with this pig that are making its way there, but I do know which one is the best one. And I'll give you a hint. It's actually not by the deck that Meaty ended up hitting rank 1 legend with. Meaty is just an absolute different tier player, but he is playing the worst list. Well, okay, he's not playing the worst list. There's only 1 card that needs to be cut here, but he is playing Needle Rock Totem over Verse Rift, and instead of actually deciding between either Totem or Rift, I just decided to cut the Slam, and now I have about a 60% win rate with this deck. Unfortunately, with these 3 losses, I did lose my 60%, but let's not focus on semantics. Let's just focus on how successful this deck is, because I am beating warriors, and I'm beating most classes in Hearthstone right now by just doing the typical combo move. So now that Slam is out of the deck, we've got Verse Rift and Needle Rock Totem in the deck for the perfect 30. And in order to sell you guys on this deck a little bit more, Hearthstone World Champion Pocket Train was also playing a little bit of Odyn Warrior, but only went 2 and 3, but this is the version of the deck that he is playing, and that's mostly what I want to showcase, less about the win rate, because he was just doing, you know, roulette the other day with all of these decks, and all of these decks will be showcased in a future video. Actually, after recording this intro, I'm going to be making my top 5 deck video, and I'm either going to be posting that later today as of recording this, or tomorrow as of recording this. So regardless, you guys will probably see this before this video gets posted. Regardless, this is just the version of the deck to be playing, and I have 2 different people that are hitting rank 1 that are playing this deck in order to showcase the validity of this deck. So now the real question is, does this deck actually perform the way that you would imagine? And I would argue that the answer is yes. However, it is very easy for you to throw games on accident, because there are times where you do use too many of your armor cards, and that is the whole reason why I put Verse Rifts into the deck. To explain this card very simply, when you have a Razorfin Rockstar on the field, you gain 2 more armor every single time you armor up. Every single time you play a Bash, you play a Verse Rift, you play a Shield Block, or a Heavy Plate, you get an additional 2 extra damage after you play your Odyn. So Heavy Plates are dealing 10, Shield Blocks are dealing 7, Bashes are dealing 8, Weapons are dealing 8, and Verse Rifts can actually deal 6, but if you finale it, you can potentially get this card to deal even more. And when you also have double Rockstar on top of the Verse Rifts, that's just a lot of damage. Like, if you have double Rockstar and a double Rift, I'm pretty sure that is 16 damage, if I am counting this correctly. 16 damage, because you have 4 from this, and then an additional 4 from the extra armor. And then if you actually are able to finale it, then for 4 mana, you can deal 24 damage. Like, that just feels 100% worth running this card, to where slams just really do not feel worth it. So now that we're looking at the better version of the deck, slams are out, Needle Rock Totems are in, and I would say that this is probably the deck that you want to be playing because it has just a very simple game plan. You have Blade Storms and like all of this removal in order to keep your opponent off the field so you can still play classic Control Warrior. And some of you guys may be wondering, why are bashes in the deck if this is supposed to only be used for a combo? To those players, I say that you really got to think about the flexibility of this warrior deck, because that's the reason why this is powerful. You are using your bashes, you are using your shield blocks, you are using your removal tools like Aftershocks in order to remove the board and give yourself enough, you know, time in order to play your Odyn on 8. So you don't necessarily need to save every single armor card for the actual OTK. And that's why, you know, double Rockstar into Verse Riff into weapons and heavy plate are going to be the most consistent ways that you kill your opponent. So that way, if you do need to use a bash to kill a minion, you do have that kind of flexibility. And another way that this deck can be flexible is that Verse Riff is a very good card in combination with Stone Skin Armorer on turn 3. So if your opponent plays a 3-2 on turn 2, like for example a Miracle Rogue might usually do, then you can just Verse Riff the minion away and then gain 2 cards. And this is something that you have to do within this deck. You have to be flexible with your win conditions while also being aware of when these win conditions are very prominent and when you have to save them. So that would be my advice. You want to hit rank 1 legend in the game right now, this is probably one of the best decks to do it with, but do be aware that this deck is a lot more volatile compared to the other warrior matchups, because if you run out of damage and you can't OTK, then you probably have to go back in the game and see where you went wrong. But this deck is a little bit easier to counter with decks like Rainbow DK. And the simple reason why Rainbow DK is really good against this deck is because of the Crusher. Like, this card just automatically delays your win condition by, you know, 3 to 6 turns if your opponent has both of them, because you simply cannot kill your opponent unless you swing face. So Rainbow DK numbers are actually increasing in Legend, and what you're seeing right here is another list that I haven't actually tested yet. This is the new Rainbow DK cook that I'm trying to make work at top Legend, because this deck is actually making a resurgence because of the Needle deck. So yeah, it's just really interesting how this deck immediately overnight took over warrior archetypes and is now the most played warrior deck, and is also one of the most counterable warrior decks. So it's just kind of interesting to see how this deck is really powerful, and yet because it's a combo deck, it can be thwarted. But in any case, that is going to do it for this deck intro. If you guys like this kind of content, feel free to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, check out the Patreon if you want to get extra perks and bonuses for supporting the content, like getting deck optimizations, coaching, and shout outs in future videos. But thank you so much for making it to the end of this deck intro, and we'll see you for the next video. God damn it. Welcome to Monday, where things never go the way that you want them. Nah, bro, that's every day. That's just Tuesday, bro. That's just Tuesday. Exactly, that was not a Kobe moment. That was not the swag cash money, you won the endorsement. That was you let the Warlock get away with the W. You let him have it. You literally spoon-fed him the fucking W. Literally on a goddamn silver platter. Alright, don't kill my totem. Can I add friend? Sure. But I swear to God, man, if like 18 people end up adding me, then I'm gonna have to not accept any of you. So since you asked so nicely, and since apparently I'm tired enough to say yes and not just say no, but I'm expecting like 18 people to add me now that I put my code in there. Bookmark that link and read it when you can focus on it. I'll have it right here. Applies towards, okay, so reoccurring paid subs, yes. Gifted subs don't count. Items eligible for 70. Dude, really? So it's it would be 300 individual people. So I can't even use the sub count. I mean, I hate to say it, it just means that we're not gonna hit it then. It just literally means that we're not gonna hit it, because people, like, Hearthstone streamers don't average 350 individual subs. Like, are you kidding me? Individual subs? There's no way that happens. So I'm just gonna have to change the number to be like, yeah, we're trying to keep ourselves financed. 300 is just the number. And honestly, that is the number. We need to hit 300 every month. Otherwise, I technically lose money unless I don't hit money off YouTube. Okay, so it's got to be Verse Riff. No, it's got to be Bash. It's Bash, because we just need an armor card for this. We deal 3 instead of dealing 2. Just seems better. Introducing the 60-40, earned at 100 points. Okay, we could hit 100. 100 is doable. For 3 consecutive months, 100 different people. That is doable. So maybe we go for that. It would definitely be an improvement. I mean, honestly, the improvement would just be the fact that we would have 100 people with reoccurring subs. Because I don't know what my number is right now. Honestly, it might be 100. Wait a minute. We might have already technically qualified for it. Because I get 100 subs pretty easily. But then again, the question is, how many of them are gifted subs? Oh, yeah. Twitch, why you gotta make me ask these goddamn questions? These questions shouldn't matter. If one person is giving me 1,000 subs a month versus having 1,000 different subscribers, I would actually argue that the one person give me 1,000 a month is better, because then I have a bunch of other people that could also do regular subs, like regular primes and stuff like that. I don't know, man. It's just like it just seems like a really weird thing to focus on. Where it's like, oh, ha, ha, you don't have 1,000 people giving you a sub, even though you have 1,000 subs, so I'm gonna punish you. It's like, why are you punishing me and my community this way? I don't know. Maybe there's a side of it I'm not seeing. It just doesn't make 100% of sense to me, personally. Okay, annoying that I can't shield slam that for a death, but it's fine. It's only a 2-4. Apparently not overcommitting against warrior was a bad idea. I just turned off my brain, go big, minion, me played, me started winning. I'm trying to think about how to outplay my opponent. Maybe I gotta just think about more about my game plan than my opponent's when I play the warrior mirror. I mean, if that 1,000 sub gifter somehow drops up, you're screwed. Well, think about it this way. If someone is gifting 1,000 subs, that's commitment. And if they do that consistently, like, you'd have to really drop the bag in order for that guy to suddenly not be there. Like, the idea, like, if you were, okay, if you had the money and you gave someone 1,000 subs and you did that a bunch, like, that guy is a lifetime viewer. There's no other way of looking at it. And that's why that's more impressive. Because if you have one person that's willing to do 1,000, like in a perfect world, if he does that every month, most likely I have more than 1,000 viewers if I have 1,000 subscribers, right? So then suddenly, like, I have 1,000 subscribers from that guy, and then all the other subs that probably pile on top of it, I could probably have like 2,000 subs very easily. But I guess in that situation, they would already have that 70-30 split, so what's even the point? I don't know. I guess it's not a good example. Now that I've, like, said it out loud. It's not exactly the greatest example. But it's just annoying that I have to think of it that way, you know what I mean? I'd rather not think about it in that way. Okay. There's my acolyte, finally. But they could still lose their job or have an accident or, you know, pass away. I mean, that's also true. That is very true. They should buff Warriors Titan. They already did. It used to be a 4-4 and now it's a 4-5. So it did get buffed. What about other country subs? It changed cost anyway. There's also that. Yeah. 1,000 subs cost is like $300 in my country. In America, 1,000 subs would be $5,000. That's a lot of money. 5,000, yeah, 5,000 clams. I ain't got 5,000 clams. I barely have 1,000 clams. I just paid rent. So my clams are gone. I just paid rent yesterday. This thing, it's kind of crazy how this thing has been surviving for so long. I just haven't had a reason to kill it. All right. There's an argument to keep the, this, but I feel like I'll definitely draw into another armor card after I play Odyn. But double heavy plate was technically 10. This was 7, so that would have been 27. I'd only get $2,500 of that because of the 50-50 split. Yeah, and that's kind of the bullshit thing, right? Yeah. That's why Patreon, that's why direct donations, that's why YouTube revenue is a bit more consistent for streamers than Twitch subs. And that's another reason why 70-30 is so important. Twitch would earn more money because they would have more streamers that would want to stream on the platform at a higher capacity instead of all these people that are leaving the website. Like, I mean, hell, Pokimane just damn near left left Twitch. Or at least she's not exclusive to any site anymore. That's what she's doing. Draw a card. Trial by fire instead of... Oh, I can't do that. I don't have the mana. Never mind. Yeah, never mind. And now we'll just set up for the Odyn into the turn 9 lethal. Kick? Yeah, I mean, we have already had this conversation about Kick. And I'll gladly have this conversation again on why I'll never stream on Kick. Because there's no Hearthstone audience. Like, regardless of whatever your opinion is on, you know, Kick versus Twitter, the simple, honest truth is that there is no Hearthstone audience. So without a Hearthstone audience, unless I were to do a complete 180 and do, like, React or variety content or something, there is absolutely no future for me in Hearthstone. Or there's no future with me in Kick. Because there's no Kick Hearthstone audience. Like, none. In fact, if I go to Kick right now, even though it's really early in the morning, oh my god, these numbers are dreadful. These numbers are dreadful, dude. I know that it's really early in the morning, but these numbers are dreadful to look at. This is supposed to be Twitch's competition. Let's look at Twitch. Oh man, 22k people in Hearthstone by itself. Yeah. Look at these number differences, bro. If Kick was not fucking subsidized by Stake, the website would have failed in the first 3 months. Like, just like look at this difference. Pow World, the new popular game, 841, 36k. How is Kick keeping up with Twitch at all? It's not. Like, I don't even know how to browse. So if I look for Hearthstone, all right, if I look for Hearthstone, there are literally 0 viewers. There are 0 viewers, barely 1,000 followers. When I go to Hearthstone here, 9 million. 9 million followers. Why would I ever stream on Kick with these numbers? There was not even 1 viewer. There wasn't even 1 viewer. Think about that. Okay, so now this isn't lethal because he has big taunt in the way. Being skamazed. TOS differences, the booba streamers will flourish on Kick. That's about it. No, those aren't the streams that do successful. Those aren't the streams that do successfully. Hold on a second.
You will be crushed beneath the endless tide.
Okay. Absolutely fine. It's lethal. It's not lethal. It wasn't lethal because we didn't have the mana. Because, like, we could have done Razorfin, heavy plate, shield block into shield slam, but we didn't have 10 mana. So we had to do that play since we didn't have everything. Now, as long as he doesn't have a taunt, or he doesn't find lethal, we're fine. But no, the streamers that do the most, like, case in point, dude, like, their just chatting section is not nearly as popular as the slots category. That's all that Kick is. Kick is literally just Twitch with casino. That's it. The booba streamers don't have a better advantage. If anything, they have a worse advantage because there's less people looking for that kind of content on Kick. Plenty of people are looking for that content on Twitch. It's literally just, yeah, it's just the Gamba page. That's it. That's the only thing it does. And if you think that, oh my god! Dude. This is literally the only card from this epic that would have kept him alive. And oh my dear fucking god, why? Why am I this unlucky?
A conundrum.
And Reno's not active, and I can't make him active. This is so dumb. Why does this consistently happen to me? Cycle the heavy plates. I'm wondering if it's better just a verse riff into armorer. In fact, I think it is better to do it this way. Because there's a shield slam. God damn. Okay, stop finding ways of keeping yourself alive, for God's sake. Hammer is literally a 2 out of 3. So if we somehow miss that. Yo, Megly. Or is it Migley? McGeely. Welcome to the horde, man. Thank you for the prime. Thank you for that support. Thanks for being here, mate. Spam some emotes in order to let them know they are gladly welcome into this stream. Thank you for the support, dude.
Oh dear.
Disgraceful.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh my God, he might have played a card a little bit too fast there, mate. Oh no.
Very nice.
Very, very nice indeed. Oh man. Let me hear some noise, man. Let me hear some noise. Jesus. This guy also missed the layup. Tempo Bellerock just ends it, dude. I still want to say that Mario 64 is the best game ever, but oh, the NES edition? Wait, right, it's an NES game. Right, it is. Okay, my bad. I'm thinking of something else. I'm just getting my consoles confused. Ah, what? Fuck. No, how did this happen? How do I keep always doing this?
A conundrum.
Oh, SNES. Whoops. Super Nintendo. Like the difference between Saiyan and Super Saiyan. You gotta say Super. Otherwise, you're wrong. Oh my God. You slamming a totem? Well, I mean, this is not good. Just have to do this to get rid of cards. If I end up top decking Aftershocks, I can go for Acolyte and a coin Aftershocks. Tempo the Acolyte? I don't think I'm supposed to. Like, even though he did throw away a Shield Slam, I don't think I'm supposed to Tempo Acolyte there. Because, like, I don't have the payoff card in my hand, another reason why. Like, I'd risk it just getting destroyed, and then suddenly, like, I don't have more card draw. Did Red raid this man? Why am I on here? Yes, Redbeard raided us earlier. Thank you for the follow. We play standard. I'm going for world championships this year. Or I should say this season. Then I love you? Dude, I love you too. That's how easy it is for dudes to get along. It's like, wait, you know the guy that I know? Bro, I love you. Hope you enjoy the content, mate. I've also got a YouTube channel if you like YouTube content. So boom, we just hit 15K not too long ago. So we're doing all right on YouTube. I gotta start multicasting on YouTube. I wonder how successful YouTube streams could be if I did them alongside the Twitch streams. They'd probably work very well. The W Jumper, good to have you here. Welcome, welcome. Just with this deck, yep. I've pretty much just been playing this deck. This really does feel like the only deck that's worth playing right now. So draw 2. Got a hammer. Yeah, another reason not to throw out the Acolyte. Alright, so still no Odyn for the coin Odyn. Clark asked why he rated him, since this is a standard stream, and apparently he rates anyone who is on and kind. Kind men, I know where this is going. Well, if you want to continue making these theories, I have seen Redbeard in person. So go ahead, make your wild theories, bro. Let your imagination run wild. Chad versus Chad matchup. Nah, man, this is not a fun mirror. 40 card Control Warrior was a fun mirror. If it didn't just come down to who plays Odyn first, even though it usually does. But this in particular is, I don't know about it. I don't know about this one, Mr. Krabs. Now this looks like a good way of getting some card draws without overdrawing myself. Yeah, I say we shield slam it. Come on, Odyn. That ain't no Odyn, but this into this could be pretty good if he doesn't just Odyn me on 8. Yeah, he's very shy right now. We haven't had this shy of an Odyn in a minute. Oh, he's not playing Aftershocks? Lucky me. Now I draw Aftershocks. Yo! Yo! Wait, so this is gonna be 1 and 0. I do have a 4 at the bottom here, but it's fine. There be the Odyn. Stat's not discounted though. All right, so at least we have Odyn on 8. Why is Razorfin in here? It is our damage enabler. Think of it this way. Every single armor card we play gets extra 4 armor. Exactly, for more boar damage. And he doesn't have Odyn. This is so good for me. This is so good. What about heavy plates? There we go. There are my heavy plates.
Amuse me with your tales of victory.
Is this deck good against Sludge Warlock? It's decent. It's not like the end-all be-all. It's probably like 55-45 for the Warrior. Oh my god, it's been Brand Warrior the whole time. You're telling me that he had an easier job of just fighting Brand and he couldn't? That's hilarious.
Make some noise!
Do you have this in a bigger size?
I will not be denied.
So this way, if he ends up playing Reno, I can still win with just the 1 Razorfin. Why no Ignis? Because we don't want to run Forge cards. Not playing Ignis gives us so much room for us to focus on a deck that just does nothing but draw itself. Ignis is just also very unnecessary. And the reason why Ignis is unnecessary is because now we don't have to worry about low rolling Wind Fury. That's another thing I'm actually ecstatic about when it comes to this deck. I don't have to low roll Wind Fury or worry about it. Okay, hold on a minute. That's a decent amount of armor there, mate. That is a decent amount of armor. I need to hit heavy plate. And if I don't, then I might just have to Reno myself. Okay, hold on. So how much damage is this? It's just not enough, right? It's just Reno every time. Because all he's going to do is just play Astalor. There's nothing else he can do.
Well, looking for a standoff? Careful, it's against me. One shot is all I need.
Ooh, and we got the armor hero power. That's just GG, dude. That's literally 6, 8 damage for 2 mana. It's kind of it's like a bash, honestly, if you think about it. Literally just bash on the hero power. All right, heavy plate, GG.
It's a little light on cards here. Let me hear you make some noise! One shot is all I need.
Not bad, not bad. I put gas in my energy drink so I would go even faster. Hey. Don't drink gasoline. But yeah, that's a funny joke. That's all you need to do is just control. All right. Stats are wrong for sure. I mean, there's not enough data. It's not that the stats are wrong. There's just not enough to showcase the point, because like there are literally some cards that had like a 100% mulligan win rate. It's like we definitely know that's not true. Bladestorm versus Warlock is a keep. Yeah, I guess that's true. Bladestorm would be a keep for the Forge. Warlocks have been playing around it, but do you think tax on gas is high? Wait until you hear about alcohol. Wait till you hear how much money people just spend that they don't need to be spending. I've already spent more money than I think I should have this year. I keep buying food. I have a problem. I love food. I gotta start cooking myself. The Mana Thirst changes the battle cry, so it's actually the battle cry that triggers. Yes, that's why that works on Astalor. So the key word on the card Astalor is instead. That's why it's not working the way you think it does, Andreas. So what's going on is that the card says 14 instead, so the battle cry becomes 14. The Mana Thirst doesn't make it 14. Yeah, that's how that works. The Mana Thirst changes the battle cry because of the word instead. So that's why it deals 28. And you know, like Astalor used to deal 16 split and used to deal 32 when you doubled it up. So also remember that. Hammer. Okay. Pretty good hammer draw. That druid comp. Yeah. Astalor, Anubricon, armor, ramp, whatever druid. It was just, I think it was just undead OTK. The original noob druid because it had a Nubricon. It said 7 more in the past. No, because Astalor went from, it was 32 because it was 16. How was it? It was 8 and then another 8, right? And then they made it 7, then another 7. So that's why that's why it's 2 off. So yeah, that's how it used to be. This turn is awkward. No, it's not. It's literally just Acolyte of Pain into Blade Storm. Oh wait, no, it's not because of the 3/2. So that's why it's awkward. Honestly, this isn't that awkward. This is just kill 3/3. Kill 3/3, trade heavy plate. No reason to do anything else. Yeah, it's just weapon trade. There's nothing else that needs to happen here. I wasn't looking at the turn. I was looking at the chat. Could I play Sire Denathrius and Rainbow DK? Fun fact, I actually have 2 decks with Sire Denathrius and Rainbow DK. One in a 30 card version and one in a 40 card version. If you have a Twitter, I can give you the post. Because I've already done my homework when it comes to Sire Denathrius. Okay, this is annoying. Trial by Fire could clear all of this. I really want an Acolyte of Pain turn, damn it. Can you stop playing cards for a second so I can do my Acolyte turn? Thank you. That'd be great. Yeah, it was deal 8 and then 8 more. Boom. I knew it. The Hearthstone Mandela effect. What did cards actually say on their text? Okay, there's Aftershocks. So at least I can do it next turn. So we have to do it this way so we can kill the Nelly. It sucks we don't get to keep a board, but at least he gets rid of the card. He loses a shovel? That's a dime in the fucking bucket. That's not even a dime, that's a nickel in the bucket, dude. That's not even worth a dime worth of mana or worth of value.
Sing along. You know the words.
So back when it was deal 8 more, the double battle cry didn't work like it does. No, it still worked that way. It dealt 32 instead of 28. It dealt 32 instead of 28. And they nerfed it a little bit because they wanted Astalor to be a win condition, but they didn't want just 2 Astalors to end the game automatically. Or doubling up the battle cry winning automatically because Bran was still around. It didn't use the word instead? Oh yeah, it said deal 8 more, and then it said deal 8 more, but they changed it so that way people could understand why Bran works with the battle cry. Because it always worked that way, but people didn't understand why. And so they changed the wording so people could understand it. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, they changed the wording. Because it was always intended, and people were like, wait a minute, what the fuck's going on? Is Astalor bugged? Nah, he's just that good. He's just that good. So we do it this way.
Be denied.
to make sure we don't overdraw with the Acolyte. Another hammer. Bup, bup, bup. So Verse Riff and Shield Slam and Heavy Plate are my duplicates. I think we're fine. I don't think we have to worry too much. Rogue has not been that much of a worry. The double Battle Cry would do 16, and then Mana Thirst would add 8, so it was 24. Wasn't that the issue? I'm pretty sure. I can't remember. I think that's what happened. I think that's what happened. Either that, or it was either that, or it was dealing 32, and everyone was like, it should be dealing 27 or 24, because of how it's worded. But it was working in opposite of what was supposed to happen.
Time's ticking.
Oh fuck me. He rolled the canary. Oh my god, no, 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 please. Please, no. It's literally turn 8. Oh my god, thank you.
Amuse me with your tales of
Ah, let's go. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. I would have been upset if I milled him. I could just go face, don't I? Do I have to worry about death? If I hit him in the face, it's still hitting me anyway, so I might as well just swing. Alright. I've got 1 pig and 2 armor card. I could get... Okay, I milled Heavy Plate, right? Damn, that's actually kind of a big one.
We have plotted long enough.
Oh, no. That's also kind of a big deal. No way. No fucking way. He's just doing this to split the diff.
Time's ticking.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Wait a minute. Is that just lethal now? 10? It's not lethal, but we still do it because it's the most amount of damage. And also, at most amount of armor. Just never count, just always play. Verse Riff might make it lethal. Damn, bro. 2 damage off. Verse Riff was totally lethal. Yeah, I'm glad that I pulled this all night session, because this did wonders for restoring my MMR. Where did I start today? Where did I start in terms of rank today? So the lowest rank that I had was 716, and I think that's when we started the stream. No, when I started the stream, I had a lost streak. Yeah, so we literally lost down to 716, and now we're almost in top 200.
You have no idea.
So this is great for restoring MMR. I got the Diamond 5, and it's oops, only Warlocks. Yep. Yeah, you're gonna have to get used to that. Okay, hold on a minute. Verse Riff is the only duplicate in the deck. 1 Verse Riff at the bottom. Acolyte into Bladestorm, or literally just Bladestorm deals 2. These cards are discounted as well. So do we go for top 200 or top 100?